Well, all right. Hello there. We are doing something a little different today. We are streaming on YouTube, of course, but we're also on Instagram over here, and we should also be on Facebook and Twitch. Those are experimental at the moment. First time we've done it. We'll see if it works. Now, Instagram worked last time. The quality is not as good as on the other channels because Instagram's going through the phone just sitting in front of me as opposed to through the mic and all that stuff. So Instagram guys, I'm sorry you're not going to be able to see everything the same. If you want to see everything the same, go to YouTube. youtube.com/@GraybeardBiker, and then you can see the real thing.
The full show.
Oh, so how are we doing today? Everybody okay? Let's see. Let's start by talking about what all's going on with the channel here. I have finished releasing all of the videos that we did from the Helen rally. So those are all out. This week, the Rider Share review went out, and the 2018 Lowrider review went out. So those are done. The other thing that I've started doing, I started last week and I did this week too, is I put out a reminder video, kind of like a trailer teaser sort of thing, to kind of promote the show. The first time that I did it, I guess I've done it for 3 weeks. The first time that I did it, I was told that nobody got it in time because it takes YouTube a long time to get it through. So last week I literally did it live the day before. And then I did it this week as well. So let me know if you guys see that before this, or if I'm absolutely wasting my time because nobody sees it until after the show. So let's see. The main episode is up. The barbecue episode was up, and then Rider Share and Lowrider went up this week as well. And just in time, because we're getting ready to go to do some more rallies. I have a few others in mind that I need to do in between. There's a couple of product reviews that we need to do. And we'll talk about the rest of it once we get to talking about the rally that we're going to. So, update on Alchemy. I have no update. They have not responded to my latest chastisement. So I'm probably going to have to get ugly. But,
Get at it, babe.
So bad.
Break some bones.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I actually do have an update for that, but I don't at the moment. So did anybody go to Laconia last week? Laconia is now over. As is the other things that were going on. Sparks, Oklahoma Bike Week, Durango, Colorado Bike Week, Indian Motorcycle Powwow in Maggie Valley, Hog Rock in Illinois, and the Southern Cruisers Riding Club Virginia State Rally. And then the Hellbender Hootenanny.
I love that.
All of that was last week. If you went, let us know in the comments. If you're not here watching the show live, that's perfectly fine. Just let us know in the comments when you see it afterwards.
Over here on this is Instagram, right?
Yes, it is.
Hi. Biker Nurse says crack some skulls.
What's up, buddy? he found us on the Instagrams. We're on the YouTubes as well, if you want to go there. Instagram's going to hate that I'm taking people away from that. But, hey, let's look at this. I can hit wave. Oh, here we go. Oh. So how you been doing? That's Sean, by the way.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, fella. So are you going to go... I'm going to talk all out of order, but since you're on here right now, are you going to go with us tomorrow night to go see the movie? Let me know that. I know TC can't because he's in Florida.
Boo.
All right, so I also wonder if that is in better timing, because there's a delay with the YouTube. So I'm curious. All right, so starting today is the June Bug Boogie in Cookeville, Tennessee, and also the Harley Rendezvous in Pattersonville, New York. We talked about those a little bit last week. And then starting tomorrow is going to be Motoblot in Chicago. Now, I've had... Obviously, we're not going to Motoblot this year, but we did go last year. So I've been getting a lot of new traffic on the old episode for that very reason. And I got some new information. One of the questions that I asked in that video, I said something about not knowing why they had a Viking theme, because there's a Viking theme all over that show. There's the Valhalla Builder show. There's just Viking stuff everywhere, right? The signage is all Viking, and so somebody, Crashamon is his YouTube name, told me what it was. The reason why there's a Viking theme is because blot is the Nordic word for ritual gathering. So the idea, motoblot, would be, if motorcycling was a religion and bringing everybody together, that's the idea, which I thought was pretty cool.
Motoblot.
So, yeah, I thought that was cool. And so that was good information, and I appreciate you for telling me that. That's great. The other thing that I thought I would bring up for those of you that are going to Motoblot this weekend is last year when we went, somebody told me of something else that we should have done while we were up there, and so I thought I would tell you. And that's going to the Kirsting's Harley Museum. This was a tip from somebody called T Ninja. I don't know what Kirsting Harley Museum is, but I swore that I would find out next time I went, and then I ended up not going this year. So that's something that was suggested. If you are up there, find out about it. Let us know what it is, how cool it is. There is a motorcycle museum in Warm Springs, Georgia, that I know of. And then there's also one in, obviously, Harley Davidson. There's one up in Milwaukee at the actual HD headquarters. And then there's actually one in Daytona, too, but it's part of Destination Daytona. It's part of the dealership that's there. But those are the only museums I know about. That's not true. Wheels Through Time is another one. So I guess there are quite a few. But I haven't been to this one, Kirsting's Harley Museum. And I'm curious. You've never heard of that up there somewhere near Chicago, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out what that is. So the other thing, which I kind of mentioned before when I was talking to Biker Nurse here, the Bike Riders movie is tomorrow. The premiere is tomorrow. They've been promoting it pretty heavy on social media that you may have seen. We are going to the premiere tomorrow. We're a whole group of local people all invited each other to go and see it. If you are in the Atlanta area and you want to go see the movie with us, you can go to the Facebook group that we sponsor, and you can just look for Gwinnett Motorcycle Rides and Events is the name of the Facebook group. It's for local people to the Atlanta area that want to get together to go ride or whatever. And we talk about the different things that we're going to do in case anybody wants to meet up with us. One of the things we're going to go do is go see this movie. So if you are local to the area and you want to go with us to see the movie, come on. We're going to...
Sean's wondering the time.
It's 8:30. It's the 8:30 show, which is the last show. And we're going to the Hamilton Mill Regal Theater, and you can Google Hamilton Mill Regal. I think it's called Stadium 14, I think is the name of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But we're going to the 8:30 show, and more than welcome to come and watch it with us. I think that would be great. We'd love it. I am going to do a review of it. If anybody is there with us, we can talk about it and kind of put that together for the upcoming episode, which would be cool. So if you don't know what this is about, it is a movie that is based on a book. The book is called The Bike Riders. I hate the name. It makes it sound like Schwinn, right? But it's based on a book of that name. And the book was a photojournalist was hanging out with the outlaw. Pause due to low connection. Really?
Yeah, it keeps doing it.
Well, sorry about that. But the Outlaws Motorcycle Club in Chicago, they started in Chicago. This photojournalist was hanging out with them, and he interviewed a bunch of them, wrote the interviews and photos in the book. And that's what this is based on. Now, they've changed the names to, well, I don't know if they changed the names. They changed the club name. The club is not called the Outlaws because they didn't want to offend anybody. And they also, that was weird.
That was me.
The Instagram, guys, it seems to be cutting on and off. You're welcome to join us on any of the other platforms that we're on. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're on all of those.
Yeah, I actually got out of all of them because I thought maybe I was
we're at Graybeard Biker on all of those things. Anyway, this movie is, it's basically, the book is not a story, right? It is a collection of interviews from the 60s, I believe it's the 60s, about the club. And so what the guy did that directed it, he actually wove a story in between all the interviews to make the movie. So it's got the guy from Elvis in it. What's his name?
Austin Butler.
It's got Albie from Peaky Blinders.
Tom Hardy.
And it's got Jodie Comer, and I have no idea what she's from.
Okay,
so
yeah.
You got to flip that one, so I don't know. What else was she in?
I can't remember. It's
got a chick in it.
Yeah, let me think on that.
So it's got some star power. It also has Michael Shannon, I think, is in it.
Oh, he's so cool.
The Norman, the guy from Walking Dead. Norman Reedus. He's in it as well. So a lot of Hollywood motorcyclists that are going to be in it. I really hope it's going to be good. We will definitely let you know one way or another for sure. But that is our plan to go. Anybody is welcome. If you're not local and you want to drive in, more power to you, but there's probably not going to be that many people doing that.
You're driving, right?
Yes, I don't. My bike's not here, so we will not be riding to it, which sucks. But
the lamest.
Still going to go.
Maybe we should take out the mountain bike, like Jack's, my son's.
The bicycle, so we could be a bicycle.
Actually, no, Jack took it. We don't even have the bicycle here.
Oh goodness. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. If you're not in the local area with us, please go see it. We'll discuss it here the next week. Let us know what you think. And if you're not going to go with us to the premiere, you can go anytime that you want to within the next week and still be able to talk to us about it. So that's what we're going to be doing. Hope it doesn't suck. There's been a lot of interviews that I've seen. We'll see what happens.
At least you'll spend $50 on popcorn.
Yeah, for real. Oh, goodness. All right, so let's go through and talk about some rally news here. And let's see. All right, so the next one that is coming up, and some of these we've already talked about, so I'm not going to spend any time on them. But the Route 66 Bike Week in Oklahoma is going to be going on next week.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Did you just say Route 66?
Yes, Route 66.
No. You said Route 66.
Yes. That's what I always said growing up.
It's Route 66.
Yes, that's the way that people say it.
I mean, right? Is it Route 66 or Route 66?
That's one of those things that people say different ways.
I mean, like, I would take the same route to work every day, but it's Route 66.
Yes, the way that it's known, I believe, is Route 66. The song, I believe, said Route 66, but I grew up on Route 1.
I think you could say route for
everything except for 66?
Yeah, Route 66.
All right. So the next one that I have on my list here, again, we've already talked about these, is Rumble Through the Valley. That's in New York. And then that is all for the coming, so not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that. And then there's also Maggie Valley, which we are going to. So
It's supposed to rain.
I don't want to hear about rain. It rained last time. It just didn't rain much.
It did rain. Yeah.
So Maggie Valley is. We went last fall, I believe. It's some good riding. We've already talked about the riding in an earlier episode. So if you're going to go to Maggie Valley and you want to find out some of the rides that's up there, that's in the June 6th Graybeard Biker Live show. If you want to go in there, and that's when we discussed the different rides that are up there. But you can find that on the YouTubes. But I will be up there Friday night. We'll still have our show here the Thursday night before we leave. So I'll be talking to you guys again there. And then I'll be going up there Friday night. We're going to be hanging out with the guys from Breezy Rider. We're also going to meet up with another YouTube that I've been talking to. We're going to do a collab with them. And I'm not going to tell you any more about that in case something happens and it falls apart. So
I don't even know who it is.
So
this is all news to me.
So something to look forward to when we get up there. It's always good to meet more people, right? Meet some pretty cool folks. So that is something that we will be doing as well. So after that, the next thing that we have is 4th of July weekend, in which case we are going to Texas. And so we will be... Ding. Somebody said ding. Let me say hi on here. Hello. Let me see if you get that. Yeah, okay. Because I'm not getting anybody's chat over here. Oh, there's TC finally. That's the first one just popped up.
We're not going to make that Thursday.
We're not going to make what Thursday?
Are you going to go? Well, no, it's right. Wednesday is when we leave for Texas.
Yeah. I'll still jump on. I'll jump on. It may not be for long, but I'll jump on. That's going to be, I think, is 4th of July on the Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
No,
Thursday. We leave Wednesday night. Thursday is 4th of July.
Yeah, so a lot of people, I don't know how much traffic we're going to have on 4th of July, but I'll pop on and at least say Happy Independence Day to everybody.
You can introduce everybody to Frank the Flaming Taint.
Yes, that's true. All right, so let's see. If you're going to be in Texas and you want to meet up with us, reach out to us on social media, or you can reach us through our website, whatever you want. If we have anybody that's around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, let me know. We're going to do some riding while we're out there. And then after that, we have the Iowa Freedom Rally is the same weekend. It's July 3rd. It is in Algona, Iowa. Now, when I think of Iowa, I don't think of a whole bunch of exciting things, right? The research I've done on this rally, it's a pretty big deal, right? So that's pretty cool. I don't know much about it, as far as I've never been to it, but it sounds like it's a happening place. It's a happening place to be. So that's pretty cool. One of the guys that's one of our subscribers actually works at the bartending out there. We talked to him last week before last on here. So if you are going to be out there, go by I think it's called the Beer Barn. Say hi to him. His name is Leland.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Musical people out there, Buck Cherry, Marshall Tucker Band, and 38 Special. Now, what I would normally be doing right now is I would talk to you about the places to go do good rides while you're around Iowa. However, in my research, I find none. I find none that are near the rally. There are definitely some great roads in Iowa that I did find, but none of them are near Algona. Algona? Yeah, I guess that's how you pronounce it. All of the top roads are hours away from that city. So, which I thought was interesting. So if you've gone to the event, because I haven't, and you know of some roads, let us know. All the ones that I found, I did find some really cool roads in Iowa, but they were all 3-4 hours away from where the rally's going to be. So, so we're not going to be talking about that, and normally that would be the rally that we kind of highlight this week. So instead, we're going to talk about the one that comes after that, which is Gettysburg. So Gettysburg Bike Week is this July 11th through the 14th. It is, it's 3.5 hours from Pittsburgh. It's on the south central side of Pennsylvania near the Maryland border. So that is where it is located. They have live music, of course, poker runs, tattoo contest, bike show. They have a parade, biker games, burnout, all the stuff that you expect to see. There's nothing really that's different that I would say, except for a tattoo contest. A lot of people don't have tattoo contests, poker runs. Some shows, some rallies have that, some don't. And a parade. Not a lot of them have parades. Some of them do, though. But that is what's going on in Gettysburg. Now, as far as the riding in Gettysburg goes, let's talk about it for a minute. The first one is Clark's Valley Road to Peters Mountain Road. This road is going to take you past the DeHart Dam, which is the primary water supply for the city of Harrisburg, which it happens to be the state capital. And then the first part of the route is relatively quiet, lots of forest. It's a lightly traveled road, but it's let's see, Pennsylvania, past Stony Mountain. You go through Weisler. How do you pronounce that word right there? Weiser State Forest. You go over Peters Mountain, descend down River Road north. It goes along the river there.
What is that?
I have no idea. That's some Indian word.
Susquehanna River.
So if you were to Google the name of this that I have shown up there, you could find it. It's a fairly well-known road. But if you're going to be up in Gettysburg, that is one of the top 3 roads that are up there. The number 2 road is Pennsylvania 233. So that is 50 miles of road and 4 different state parks that you'll go through. It's known for having beautiful scenery, again, light traffic, which is good, hardly any traffic signals at all, and there's just enough curbs to keep it interesting. So it's not a super twisty, crazy sort of road either. And you go through 4 state parks. You go through Colonel Denning State Park, Pine Grove Furnace State Park, Caledonia State Park, and then you end up at Mont Alto State Park. So this, again, they say is a pretty cool road. The directions are up on the screen right now. You're welcome to take a screenshot of that, whatever you want to do, in order to figure out how to get around. But this is, from my research, the number 2 road up there near Gettysburg. And then finally, we'll talk about number 3 here, and that is the South Central Pennsylvania Countryside Loop. It starts in Newville. And then, again, all the directions for where to go is up there on the screen. You can kind of see those. But it is a loop. And I find loops to be particularly interesting because the whole drive, you're going someplace new. A lot of the places that are just roads, you go up it, and then you stop, and then you come back. So a loop is new, the whole time. So that's pretty cool. So they say it will take you almost 3 hours to do the loop. It starts in Newville and ends in Newville. It's about 127 miles. So that is all of the top roads in Gettysburg. So if you are going to Gettysburg, that's pretty cool. We actually talked about going to Gettysburg because I have family that is up there in Pennsylvania, but it's nowhere near Gettysburg. They are closer to Pittsburgh, which is what, three hours away. What did I say? It is 3.5 hours away from Pittsburgh. So unfortunately, that's doesn't work out to also be a family trip. So plus, I still don't know what's going on with Alchemy, right? So as unfortunate as all of that is. After that, we're going to have Little Sturgis and then Harley Homecoming. Now, I talked to a guy on the YouTubes today that said that he was going to Harley Homecoming, and I invited him to come here, but it does not appear that he is here. So we won't be talking to him right now. But he is coming from Canada, which is pretty cool. So maybe we'll get to talk to him sometime between now and then, and possibly meet up with him while we're up there. He has started a YouTube channel up there about a month ago in Canada, and he's subscribed to our channel, and so I was talking to him, and he's planning on coming down from Canada to go to Harley Homecoming, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so now our topic of discussion for the day. We know that, there's a little bit of friendly ribbing that goes along in biker culture. From, there's playful jabs, there's lighthearted teasing on, people's riding styles. It's all in good fun. Sometimes. Right? So, I've heard a lot of people, lobbing insults at me as a YouTuber. It happens all the time to people that put videos out. For some reason, they get attacked. I was warned that before I ever started. So I've seen it. So in the comments, you can go through and see people saying different things. And so I thought that we could share some common biker-on-biker insults that we've heard on the road, maybe some of the stories behind them. What is the funniest or most memorable biker tease that you have encountered? Let us know either in the chat or let us know in the comments if you're not watching this while it is live. Tell us some stories of what you heard. I will go ahead and start. I've had folks in the comments on different videos try to call me out for wearing gloves while I'm driving the car. And evidently they think it's fun. Ooh, you think you're cool, you're wearing gloves. Which is not the case. I wear gloves when I'm driving the car if I just got off the bike or if I am getting on the bike shortly thereafter. Because I am not going to put the gloves in my pockets. It's uncomfortable.
And he loses them.
Just true. So I just keep them on. So it's no big deal. It's not something to tease somebody over. It's not like it's shiny like Michael Jackson. I don't really understand.
You should have Michael Jackson gloves.
I don't really understand that, but I had a couple of people on one of the videos try to jump on that, and I don't care if it gives you something to snicker about. Putting it in my pocket is just dumb, in my opinion. So I just keep them on. So that is one of the things that I have heard that I actually have an answer to.
Sean says, "Get the sequins."
get the little spikes like Billy Idol or something.
I mean, I think it would be better if they were the mirrored kind that like Michael Jackson has, the sequins. But
let's see. I've also seen. Let's see what else. I've also seen people making fun of other people for wearing tennis shoes. And I have an answer for that as well, too. In one of my videos, I actually talked about this. I think it's the one where I was giving winter riding tips for riding in the winter. And a lot of people get made fun of for wearing tennis shoes. And yes, the golden standard is going to be wearing leather boots. Yes, of course. Everybody knows that. However, if you are walking around a rally for hours and hours and hours, your boots can get uncomfortable. So I understand people that are, wearing tennis shoes to spend their day walking around in a field or whatever. I get it. I have actually seen people keep sneakers in their saddlebag and change their shoes. If you're just coming from a hotel, who cares? You'll be fine, I'm sure. If you burn yourself on your pipe because you don't have on boots, then, you're not being careful. But on the whole, should you be wearing boots? Yes, you should. Because it's more protection for your extremities. But if you don't, I'm not giving you a hard time because I've walked around and had my feet hurt. I get it. And it's been from a bad pair of boots. So while it can offer protection, it can also hurt you, right? So
having said that, I will make fun of you and rib you badly if you wear flip-flops.
Absolutely. Flip-flops, or if they're wearing Crocs, have at it. Absolutely give them hell. No problem at all. Oh, goodness. What do we have here?
TC says, live and let live. People should have the freedom to choose. And Sean says, I'll just do what Jennifer does, rock the Converse.
That's true. That's true. She does. So that's something that I've heard. And another thing that people make fun of, probably the top thing that I've heard motorcyclists make fun of other motorcyclists for, is trailering their motorcycle. And I did an entire episode on this. Actually, the episode wasn't on that, but it was definitely included in the conversation of that episode. The episode is, I think it's called How to Trailer Your Motorcycle or something like that. It's one of the earlier ones that we did. But I recognize that we used to tease people for trailering their motorcycle when I was young. I literally have two different shirt designs that are made around this ribbing, this teasing of people. I have one that says Stop Motorcycle Abuse, and it has a picture of a motorcycle on a trailer, because that's what we used to call it, right? Oh, it's motorcycle abuse, blah, blah, blah. Young and stupid. But anyway, that was fun, right? So we used to tease people about that, and so I have that shirt. And then I also have one.
What's the other one? Tell me again what this other one is.
I also have one that says, my wife made me trailer.
Adorable. That's adorable.
Yep. So if you want to know more of the reasons behind those shirts, it's in that episode. If you want to pick up one of those shirts, it's in the store that's going to be linked below. But that's something that I hear all the time. And I actually recognize that. I recognize it from both sides. When I was young, 20-something years old, and in a club, the whole I rode mine thing, you've probably seen that at Rallies. The pins where I rode mine, or the shirt or whatever. That's because a lot of people trailer their bikes in and they don't generally ride their bike at all. They're what they call a rub. So I understand the teasing for that. However, if you are married, all this is in the other video, and your wife doesn't want to ride that far, you're going to be okay with it. You're going to be fine. And, you know, when I was, all this is in that video, when I was 20 years old, I've done the whole iron butt thing and rode, you know, sun up to sundown and all of that. I don't have to do that anymore. Right?
So what I'm hearing you say out loud to everybody, that it's not just the wife that made you trailer.
Yeah, I'll never admit that.
It is not me.
Anyway, so those are, of course, probably the top three that I have heard recently. So, guys, let me know what are some of the things that you've heard. There's, of course, always the brand loyalty insults that go back and forth. You know, we make fun of you know, different types of bikes, Japanese bikes. Most people don't make fun of British bikes. They don't. No. Japanese bikes are made fun of quite a bit.
Do they make fun of Indians?
I haven't heard anybody. Indians are pretty much respected.
It's because they're beautiful.
Yeah.
I like Indians.
Yeah. But there are some brand loyalty issues. A lot of people will make fun of the different types of bikes too. You know, we used to make fun of sport bikes and say it looked like a monkey screwing a football, that sort of thing. And, you know, the sport bike guys try to make fun of us saying we're too scared to go fast. So, you know, there's lots of other things. They try to make fun of us because we don't wear stormtrooper outfits. So
I wear a stormtrooper helmet.
You do have a helmet, but you don't have all the padding and stuff like you're racing on a racetrack or something. But there's that sort of thing that happens as well. And there's, you know, Harley's had some bad years with AMF, and so you often hear about how much they leak oil, because in the 70s during the AMF years, Harley's had an oil leaking problem. So there's, you know, that sort of thing as well. And And then there's, let's see, what other ones do I have listed here? There's ones where people make fun of people for their bike being too clean. Isn't there supposed to be some dirt on that? The idea is that you haven't ridden it. I ride mine all the time. I just keep it clean. So that doesn't really work for me either. And then we also make fun of bicyclists. I don't know if you do this or you've ever seen this, but when you go by a bicyclist, a lot of people will act like they're pedaling their legs to make fun of the people that are on their Shoiw. So I've seen that as well.
Biker versus biker.
Yeah. There's also other things that are, making fun of different brands. There's a lot of Harley folks that will make fun of people on Japanese bikes. If they come into a restaurant, they'll tell them they don't serve rice here, stuff like that.
I think Indian people make fun of Harleys more than Harley riders make fun of Indians. I said it. I put it out there.
I've never heard a discourse between them except for in the movie when they first launched.
Well,
so
no,
I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
I think one of the bunch of bikers that we stayed with is always slamming on Harley.
Yeah, that's true. There was one. There was an Indian family that we stayed with.
Well, they were a Caucasian family she worked at Indian.
Both of them rode Indian. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sean says that one of the ones he's heard is men wearing shorts on the bike.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you want to singe off all your leg hair,
that's dumb too, in my opinion.
Oh, TC's got one. He says, "Here's one," and he hasn't typed it yet.
Oh, good anticipation. Yes.
Patient.
I saw a guy with shorts, the little bitty socks that don't go up your leg, and tennis shoes, and a tank top, doing lane splitting down the road the other day. I'm like, this guy is an idiot. Oh, and he had a full face helmet on. Because he's safety conscious.
Not my pretty face! Not my pretty face!
Oh, goodness. Let's see. When I used to have a Japanese because growing up I couldn't afford a Harley.
That's what you practiced on. You dropped those.
I used to, yeah. I used to get teased about all the little Japanese gerbils that were in there running the engine. So, there's stuff like that. And all of that's in good fun. People really aren't, trying to go to fisticuffs over that sort of stuff. But, okay, did TC say what it is yet?
TC says, you'll never wear out the Indian Scout or the Big Brother Chief.
That is not an insult.
I can't wait to ride the Scout.
We're not riding Scout.
No, we're not riding the Scout.
We're riding a Roadmaster.
Scout's the one that I want.
For those that don't know, when we go to Texas, we're renting an Indian. It'll be the first Indian that we're going to be doing a review on while we're out there in Texas. So, but I want to hear you've got one. Let's see. Too early. That's perfectly fine.
I know that I have caught some flack for wearing my helmet in a non-helmet wearing state.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I have a full face helmet. I didn't used to have a full face helmet. I had a half shell, but I ended up asking for one for Christmas. I wanted one, and I got one that looks exactly like a stormtrooper helmet, except it's black.
It really does.
It really does. But it is the most comfortable helmet. Scorpion helmets are really great. Anyway.
Oh, they've probably seen it in the videos.
Yeah, I look like a stormtrooper. But it is the most comfortable helmet ever. And yes, safety first, absolutely, Sean. Also, because I have a 13-year-old who's not super excited about his mom going out on the bike all the time. And so it's something I do for him as well, so that I might survive a little bit longer to, do a mother-son dance at his wedding type of thing?
Well, I've seen that kind of go both ways. I've seen people making fun of somebody for wearing a full face helmet in the summer. But I've also seen it where people that, love to wear their helmet try to poke fun at people that don't have on a helmet, saying that they're unsafe and that sort of thing.
Calls them organ donors.
So, yeah, that goes both ways. I am of the opinion of don't tell me what to do.
Right. Don't tell me I can't wear my helmet. I like my helmet. It's comfortable. And it's not too hot in the summer.
Well, I think that, to me, the best use of a full-face helmet has always been wintertime. There's nothing like it in the winter or in the rain. It is great for that. I used to put Rain-X on the shield. But in the summertime, it gets so hot. So hot.
So hot. I just hit a button. You're good.
You hit a button?
I hit a button.
What do we got going on here?
He says, you'll never wear out the Indian Scout or his big brother Chief. They are made like rocks to take hard knocks. It's Harleys that give you the grief.
You a little haiku
so he's
there.
tossing a little bit of shade.
Let's see.
Sean's talking about how he likes the half-shell helmet, but he needs a bigger windshield to block some of the wind. Otherwise, he has tears in his eyes. That's part of the thing. I had a half-shell that had a visor that came down, and I still could not keep... And I had riding glasses on that had the padding around the inside, and I still could not keep the wind out of my eyes. I was just getting debris in my eyes. My eyes were really dry, and there was nothing I could do to keep the wind out of my face. And now the full face helmet obviously is a game changer in that regard.
Yeah, I have. I wear glasses that go on over my glasses to keep the wind out, and the ones that I have that padding on the inside that kind of blocks the wind from coming inside. Because
does that work for you?
Yeah, for the most part.
I think it just depends on your face shape.
For wearing glasses like eyeglasses, legally you're covered. That's fine. You just have to have something to protect your eyes. But in reality, if you get any speed going, that wind's going to right. It's going to make it where you can't see. So I do have a windshield. It
doesn't fit on the bike anymore.
No, because we adjusted the handlebars. But I took it off because I like the look better without it. But I do have one, and I used to, if ever I go on a long trip, I would probably try to put it back on. Again, like she just said, since I adjusted the ape hangers, it doesn't fit on there as much anymore. So I don't know that I would adjust the handlebars back in order to have it. But I definitely understand the need for it. It is amazing how much it actually does help keep you warmer than if you don't have it. But I don't like the way it looks. So I took it off. And I've thought about getting a full face helmet for wintertime, but I would not wear one during the summer. Would not.
See, the thing is, when you're on a motorcycle... I mean, if we're sitting there at a red light or something like that, it can probably get kind of warm on a really hot day. But most of the time you're riding, and the wind really does come in, but it comes in towards the bottom, not towards your eyes. And so it's air conditioned. It keeps all that cool air that's flowing in the helmet. Well,
the other thing that those helmets are good for, helmets are not supposed to be our topic of discussion for today, but the other thing that they're good for is if you have the comm system, because it keeps the wind noise out. So you can talk to the other people on your comm system. It's really good for that. There's also a lot of people that mount their GoPro to it or whatever, and they use it for that reason as well. So I definitely understand the different reasons why people would want one. However, in the summertime, I do not want one. So, but I get it. If it rains, I definitely want one. Because rain will sting your face. For sure. And I've thought about having a conversation, doing an episode on helmets. Obviously, I did a review of the Fedora helmet, but that's not really the same thing as discussing the to wear a helmet or not to wear a helmet conversation. And I'm not going to get into it right now either, because that takes some research in order to be educated when we talk about that, because there's two sides. There's three sides to every story, while I have heard from both sides, I have not done the research myself, and so eventually I will do that, and then we'll try to put something out there to really spark discussion on that. But that's something that you see in comments on our social media posts and on in different Facebook groups and all that all the time. It's people talking about to wear a helmet or not to wear a helmet. So I know it's a really hot topic. I am not going to talk about it right now. But what I will tell you, regardless of whether you are pro-helmet or anti-helmet, I am don't tell me what to do with my helmet or anything else. That's my stance on that. I think that the rider should choose and not the government about anything. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's good for you or not. I am not a believer in the nanny state. So that is the only position we're going to talk about today. Now, other than that, with the whole helmet debate, we'll talk about that at some other time. But yeah.
I believe I've sparked a debate.
Vivian and I rode through some rain this morning. Rain sucks. Do you have rain gear? We didn't ride in rain when we were together.
I cannot imagine that Vivian enjoyed herself. I mean, she's a pretty tough bitch. Don't get me wrong, Miss Vivian. But I cannot imagine she was enjoying that.
Well, you know, the one of the reasons why I have saddlebags, it's because when I was younger, I had leather saddlebags that I literally threw over the bike just like you would throw over a horse. So when I got my Harley, I got hard saddlebags that stay there all the time. It's because there's certain things that I keep on the bike all the time. Rain gear is one of those things. But God, it takes up a lot of room. I compress it down to this little ball or whatever, but still it takes up a lot of room.
The boots do.
The boots, yeah. But I tell you, there's nothing like having it if it's raining. I've been caught in monsoons.
Do you remember when we were in Sarasota and it started pouring rain, buckets of rain? And so we get out our brand new rain gear that we had just bought for Christmas, and we were putting it on, and we realized, yeah, no, it fits. It fits really nice and snug. It's perfectly fine until you go to sit down. And then it was like really snug. Really snug. I was like, I'm going to split these pants.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, rain will do that too. Plus, you live on a dirt road. So,
oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you do have to wash it now. Let's see. So, Sean, what have you been up to? Tell me what you've been up to. You were talking about going up to homecoming as well. So, I don't know if you're still planning on being up there, what days you're planning on being up there either. We are going to be up there. I think we're going to be up there all weekend, right? Can we go up? I don't remember the dates. But I think we're going to be Friday, Saturday, and then probably come back Sunday. Is our plans for when we go up there. I don't think...
That is what we have, Jack.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the other schedule.
Which one are you
it's
talking
not
about?
on there. It's all right. So anyway, I think we're going to go up there for the weekend. Obviously, when we get closer, then we'll talk about it. But let me know if you can when you're going to be there, if you're still going to be up there, and then we'll go from there.
Ooh, Sean's heading to L.A. Saturday. L.A. as in Los Angeles or Louisiana?
Or Lower Alabama.
What? Is L.A. Lower Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
not what I would
We
think.
used to make fun of Alabama and being in Georgia too. You know how every state makes fun of one of their neighboring states? What did Illinois make fun of?
Iowa and Wisconsin. Big rivalry.
You made fun of both.
Mm-hmm.
In Georgia, we used to say that all the trees in Georgia lean to the left because Alabama sucks.
We used to, in Illinois, we would have a fight. We would fight with Wisconsin. We were at rivals.
Really?
Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Big rivals. And big sports teams, big sports cities. And then we just made fun of Iowa.
Somebody that I talked to fairly recently was telling me that they made fun of West Virginia. I can't remember who that was. But, everybody has their own thing. All right, Lower Alabama, no, Los Angeles. LA's cool. Stay out of Inglewood.
We got lost in Inglewood and Compton.
Oh, goodness. Yep. Yeah, we've been out to LA. It's cool. How long are you going to be out there? For any length of time? Or are you just going out there for a job, turn around and come back? What are you doing? I like California because the weather is close to Florida. I cannot stand...
So much better in California.
Cannot stand the politics.
Yeah.
So there's no way I could live in California.
So Sean says he'll be in Wisconsin in late July. He's thinking about renting a bike and going to Sturgis. Just so you know, Sturgis is not close to Wisconsin.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's north, but it's still like 12 hours.
Yeah, because we looked at it
hours.
as well.
He's going to be 6 days, all business.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, because we're going to be up in the Chicago area right before Sturgis. And we thought about doing the hop, skip, jump right over to Sturgis, and we realized no.
Sturgis is just really far away from where we live.
Yeah, from our world, sphere.
However, I have been told that if you go the week before official Sturgis, all the vendors are already there set up. You just don't have the crowds. That's what I've been told. I have not actually been to it to test the theory, but it's what I heard. Cool. Yep.
Midway's a smaller airport than O'Hare. It's easier to get in and out of Midway, but it's harder to get to Midway from anywhere else in Illinois.
Yep, we're going to be, we're driving up there because we have family in Chicago. So we're going to be driving up there, and then we will stay just on the north side of Chicago because the Harley stuff is right over the line. Milwaukee is right over the line, so it's not far at all from where her parents live. So that's where we will be. I'll definitely let you know when it gets closer as to when we're going to be up there exactly, but more than likely it'll be Friday.
Maybe we can drag you to another barbecue restaurant.
I don't know. Chicago did not have good barbecue that I have tried.
Where did we go get barbecue in Chicago?
Barbecue was at Motoblot. It was horrible.
Well, that was a food truck at a hipster
so
rally.
Bad. I had somebody commenting on that this week too because of the whole Motoblot thing, and talked about how Chicago is not the place for barbecue. Of course, I've heard the same thing about Florida, and I've had good barbecue in Florida before. It's few and far between, but I have had it. I
love Chicago. You know I do.
Chirac?
I will say, though, that I don't know of a good barbecue place. I don't know that we're known for barbecue. We're known for a lot of great food, but I don't know that barbecue is one of them.
Oshkosh Air Show. That makes me... Is it an air show for babies? I know it's not.
Oshkosh, but gosh. Texas barbecue is the bomb.
Yep. There's been some really good barbecue places that we've been to. Obviously, if you watch the channel, you know that we do barbecue reviews all the time. Matter of fact, Sean and TC both have been with us to do barbecue reviews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the one that TC and his wife Vivian met us at was not great. The company was great. They were great, but not the restaurant. Yep.
That's in the Tallahassee episode that we did this year. We had in Helen, we had some really good barbecue recently.
Yeah, Pink Pig.
Yep.
Yeah, we did a write up on that. That was surprisingly good because it was catered to us somewhere else, so we didn't really have a choice. It was just kind of given to us, and whenever you get catered food from some banquet or whatever, you're not really expecting it to be that good, but we were like, this is really good.
Yep.
So we ended up hunting down the restaurant and going and doing a proper review.
Yep.
Twice.
Awesome.
We had it 3 times.
All right, so does anybody else have any stories on insults that they've heard or been told, or any that hurt your feelings, or any way that you've hurt somebody else's feelings?
Feel free to cry it out right now.
Well, I don't know about crying it out.
It's okay, man.
Feel free to.
This is a place for sharing.
You can share. I think the ones that I mentioned, I know are some of the most common, but that doesn't mean that's all, right? So.
Sean says there's a gas station as you get into Toccoa that has some surprisingly good barbecue.
There is a place in Toccoa.
Sylvia's.
Is that the name of it?
I don't know. I've not been there with you.
There's a place in Toccoa that I've been to. I actually have a picture of my bike in front of it. I went to it before I started doing reviews. But their barbecue, they had the best dry rub I've ever had. And I usually don't get dry rub. But it was, we were there. There's a bunch of us on motorcycles, so the owner came out to talk to us and whatnot. And he was just starting to do his dry rub, so he let us try it, and it was really, really good. And it's somewhere near Toccoa. It's a red building. Don't know. I have to look and see what it is.
Does that sound familiar to you, Sean?
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. It may be the same place that you're talking about. No, it's not a gas station. It's an actual restaurant, so that's not it. Some of the restaurants and the roadside dives are the best places.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, that's all I have for today. If you don't have anything else to discuss on our topic, if you are watching this outside of it being live, feel free to make some comments in the comment section below. We want to hear your input as well. And you can always catch up with us on the next week. We do this every single Thursday. Oh, there it goes again. Every single Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time in the evening, not in the morning. So you can run and check in with us there. And otherwise, we'll see you around. Thanks, guys.
Good night.